today we're going to be talking about the intriguing topic of healing circles and how we can use them to heal ourselves and others. Welcome to the Mystic Lifestyle Podcast. And today we are coming to you from our car because we are taking my husband to the airport. So we're multitasking. The Mystic Lifestyle Podcast is where we encourage others to embrace energetic mysteries. So if you've never heard of a healing circle, it is such an interesting topic. And there is a book about this topic called The Power of 8 by Lynn McTaggart. So we're going to share some of her experiences and experiments that she did on healing circles, and then talk about the experiences that we have had by doing healing circles ourselves. So what is a healing circle? A healing circle is a small group of people that come together and they set a specific intention. So they have one intention for the whole group, and then they put a person in the center and focus that intention on that person for a certain amount of time. In these groups, individuals set an intention for a certain outcome, whether it be to reduce violence in a particular region, to clear polluted water, or even heal someone's disease. The intention just needs to be very specific, and everyone needs to focus on it. So what they found is that the person in the center who they targeted the intention toward usually had results that were statistically significant. But they also noted that other participants in the healing circle also noticed results in their life, and they were not the ones that were being focused on. They were the ones that were focusing the energy on someone else. So this became very interesting for them, and they decided to study it further because they found it to be a bit off. They figured just the person in the middle would have results, not the persons on the outside of the circle. So the results by the people in the outside of the circle seem to have borrowed benefits from the focused intention of the person in the middle. And this is called the rebound effect. But basically, it's all about what you put out comes back to you. Now in quantum mechanics, where we understand that on a subatomic level, all things are actually one thing. In other words, we're all connected, and this makes perfect sense. So therefore, whatever we put out towards one person also happens to us because we're connected. So while we might be focusing on another person, we're focusing on the universal energy that we all have within inside of us. So we're focusing on ourselves as well. Now, in this book, The Power of 8 with Lynn McTaggart, they had an experiment that they did with some seeds. They noticed these things happening that were powerful in the groups of humans, but they wanted to try this intention setting out on other things to really have a controlled experiment. So what they did is Lynn McTaggart was at a convention with a group of people in Sydney, Australia, and they had seeds that were in Tucson, Arizona. Now these seeds, there were 4 seeds labeled A, B, C, D. And while they were in the group in Australia, they would select a seed, A, B, C, or D, and they would focus intention on that seed. Now the people in Tucson, Arizona did not know what seed was selected, so they were blindly doing the experiment from across the world. And this group set an intention and sent it to one of the seeds. After the focused intention group was finished, the seeds were planted and then measured 5 days later. The seed that was sent the intention grew the tallest. So this experiment was conducted several times with seeds and other living materials, and they all had the same outcome. So this kind of became a phenomenon, and they decided to work with this energy more and more and see what would happen. So when these experiments were done in small groups, they found that not only did the receiver of the healing energy have positive outcomes, but the senders also had synchronicities or healings themselves that happened after the healing circle. It was as if the healing energy would focus on the receiver and then circulate to all the members of the group. So my family has experienced this. We've done a few healing circles in a group of 8, and we were astonished to see what came from the circles, and really, really enjoyed coming together with other people to set an intention and really focus on healing. And we did this, it's been a few years ago, but, and I'll let Jeremiah share his experience as well, but we would just come together, talk about the issue that the person that we were going to focus the healing on, what they were experiencing, what they wanted as an outcome, and that sort of a thing. And we just kind of bonded a bit, I guess you would say.
Oh yeah, it was very amazing, because you had this room of people that are gathering together with the same intentions or the same focus, and you can just feel the energy, a positive energy, and your intention is putting it into this person, intending to help them to overcome whatever it is that we're working towards. And just being there in the room and feeling the energy, and months down the road, then we saw the outcome, and the outcome was great. I was completely blown away, because at some point in your mind you're like, I don't know if this is really going to work or not, and then if you don't hear the outcome, you're always wondering, did it really work, did it not work? And you're just left kind of hanging there or stuck. And so then we did get confirmation back from that person, and everything was good. It was like what we did had helped, and they were doing a lot better at flourishing, and it was just amazing feeling, and it's amazing, just working with people that way.
Yeah, it was a very powerful moment when we set the intentions and just held that intention. You could definitely feel the energy moving, and there was a powerful feeling that connected us all. It was very, very interesting. And then when we did this, one of them had cancer. We were intending to heal the cancer. They came out cancer-free after getting their next checkup. And the other one, I believe, some sort of disease. And also, this woman was dealing with a custody battle with her ex-husband for her kids, and she was concerned about winning the custody battle. She won the custody battle, healed her disease or illness, and everything seemed great. So we had very, very positive interactions with the healing circle. I'm not saying that those types of results could happen every time, but it was fascinating to see those things happen as we did it. Those were the only 2 healing circles that we were a part of. Both of them had positive outcomes, and I didn't really think to look at our life and how it affected us, but I know it brought a belief in faith that it works. Healing works. Setting intentions and focusing on others and really, really working with your energy works. So it was a confirmation for us to move forward in the healing arts. Now, the other thing that I've done an experiment on is I've done the rice experiment. I believe, I'm not sure who came up with the rice experiment, but you take rice, you cook it, and you put it in 3 different containers. One of them you label love, one you label hate, and one you ignore and do not label at all. Now, the one that has love written on it, you speak loving affirmations to it. The one that has hate on it, you speak hateful affirmations. And the one that doesn't have anything on it, you completely ignore. And then you see how the rice deteriorates, I guess. Which one has the most mold at the end, and which one becomes moldy quicker. I did this, and I was teaching a class, so my students and I did this experiment, and we found that the one that was ignored had the most mold, and the one that had love had hardly any mold, and the one that had hate had a bit of mold, but not nearly as bad as the ignored one. So this is something that you can do with your kids or with your family to experiment with healing energy, with intentions, or you can do the seed experiment like Lynn McTaggart did with her group. Or if you'd like, you can do your own healing circle, or you can join us for our healing circles as we do them once a month on Zoom. We have a small group of people that come together to do a healing circle. So I'm going to go ahead and share how to do a healing circle based on the Power of 8 book. To do a healing circle, you need a small group of people. A group between 6 and 12 people is a good number, and you want to allow someone to be the receiver of the intention and the healing energy, and you allow them to speak about what their issues are, what they're dealing with, and then what type of outcome they would like. And then based on their outcome, you set an intention statement that you will all focus on. And this intention statement should be very specific, and you should all be saying it as if it's you that is having the outcome come to you. So you all become a part of the center person and speak the outcome over yourself as if you are that person. And they don't have to have a physical ailment or disease or illness. It can be emotional pain. It can be something that they just want to happen in their career, or just whatever intention or outcome they want to attract to themselves in their life. Then you focus healing energy with that intention towards that center person for 8 to 10 minutes. You can go longer if you like, but that's a good amount of time. You can play soft music in the background or whatever it is that keeps you holding that space and holding that frequency of that outcome and sending it to the person in the middle. So you can do this in person, or you can do this online. If you're not able to gather in person, you can do it on Zoom or Skype or something where you can see each other, and you want to visualize that you're all together in a circle. So you can kind of do a meditation that helps you visualize that you're all in a circle and someone's in the center. And before you begin, you want to release any tension or worrying thoughts and focus on healing and visualizing the healing power already happening, like you've already attained that outcome. And then see this person with their desired results. So while within the 8 to 10 minutes, while you're holding that intention and focusing on that person, really see them healed or gaining the outcome that they are intending to have. And then afterwards, you can share your experiences. Each of you within the circle will probably have some sort of experience or thoughts that came to you, or colors or things like that, and you can share what you experienced within the group. So I'm just going to quickly go over those steps again. You want to find a group of at least 7 other people, and then with yourself that would be 8 people. You want to set an intention as a group, focus on exactly what and how you want it, create the circle, start some meditative music, do some deep breathing to really set and see the intention, visualize the intention already happening. Put the intention in your heart center and really focus from your heart, the energy coming from your heart for 8 to 10 minutes, and then share your experiences. And then after that, it might be good to come together later on or have some type of communication with each other so that you can share the outcomes and what you experience in the future based on those intentions and being a part of the healing circle. So just to finish up here, I will tell you again the name of the book where this information has come from. It's called The Power of 8 by Lynn McTaggart. Jeremiah and I are doing healing circles the first Sunday of every month in our group, Follow the Flow, and that is on Facebook. So you can go to Facebook and find us there. It'll be linked below here, the Follow the Flow group. And we'd love to hear if you've done a healing circle or what you've experienced in the healing arts world that is connected to intentions and what I shared here today on this podcast. So thank you so much for joining the Mystic Lifestyle podcast today. If you'd like more information on what Jeremiah and I are doing to change the world as healing practitioners, you can visit our website at mysticmeadowshealing.com. So until next time, remember you are enough, there is hope, and the truth lies within you.